Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for March 30th. We're looking at the US-Japanese yen pair. This pair broke above previous resistance. It did close up overall, though, moving sideways. We are looking for this pair to continue moving sideways with a bias sideways. Look for it to potentially go as high as 93.51, possibly as low as 91.61. Look for some resistance around 93.00 and look for some support around 92.00. Okay, now looking at the Euro-USD pair, this pair closed the gap that occurred on Sunday, did close down for the session, but not before making a new high. Look for this pair to continue moving sideways with a bias that is sideways. Look for it to potentially go back to 135.96, possibly as low as 133.16. Look for some resistance around 135.50 and look for some support around 133.90. Now looking at the pound US dollar pair, this pair closed higher, overall moving sideways with the bias sideways. Look for it to potentially go as high as 152.01, possibly as low as 148.76. Look for some resistance around 151.25 and look for some support around 149.50. Okay, now the US Swiss, this particular pair did close higher, did come back to the opening price, which was interesting, but did close higher. We are looking for this pair to continue moving sideways with a bias that is sideways. Look for it to potentially go as high as 1.0740 and possibly as low as 1.0541. Look for some resistance around 1.0700 and look for some support around 1.0600. Now, let's take a look at potential news for tomorrow. We have the Euro, the German releasing their unemployment change for March at 3:55 a.m. Eastern Time. Consensus on that is that it's moved from 7K to 8K. The Japanese yen is releasing their large manufacturing outlook for the first quarter at 7:50 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Looks like there is a decline or a increase actually from -18 to -8, which should be good news for the yen. Well, let's take a look at what I'm looking at during this next session. Look at the pound US dollar pair. This pair, if it continues to move to the upside, I am looking for this pair basically to break out of the high that it made today and come on up to this point. We have a window, basically a window of opportunity that was created during this session. If you look at several sessions back, went through that price fairly quick, the last four anyway. So I'm looking for a buy and then looking to exit when it reaches up to this point. Now to get that, let's see how many pips that'll be. I believe it's around 80 or so, about 80, 81, somewhere in there. So that's what I'm looking to grab out of the market in the pound over this next session, assuming that it moves higher. It does have to prove itself, and it would be a decent move for one session, about 140 pips. But that typically can occur in the pound, no problem. That one was 180. Today's range, or this previous session's range, was 152. So it can very easily, from where it's at, go ahead and hit that point and be able to pull my 80 pips out of the market. Well, that pretty much wraps us up for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.